Cable Suite 541's coverage of the 84th Academy Awards is brought to you by ACMC, official host of Oscar Night America Cleveland. Experience the glamour of Oscar Night. Call 997-6607 for your ticket to the red carpet. The Lodge and Conference Center at Geneva on the Lake, the home of Oscar Night America Cleveland. Ask about our special pricing for Oscar Night attendees. The Ashtabula County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Come visit our wine country, historic covered bridges, and pristine Lake Erie coastline in Ashtabula County. Our lake awaits. Carlisle's Home in the Harbor in the historic Ashtabula Harbor, offering unique gifts, fine wines, and ideas for your home, serving Northeast Ohio since 1857. Heather Johnson, Premier Design's independent distributor. Ask how you can get $100 in free jewelry. The Conneaut Telephone Company, Star 97 FM, The Star Beacon, 98.3 The Bull, WhySoBlue.com, and Magic Oldies 1025.
Hey, Ken Johnson here with Cable Suite 541, continuing our Oscars coverage this week. I cannot wait till Sunday night to find out who wins all the different categories.
Don't you know already?
As you can tell, I'm joined by the ever-quiet movie critic from Cable Suite 541 and Star 97 FM disc jockey, Jiminy critic Jim Kolko. Jim, welcome.
Thanks, glad to be here today. Thanks
Hey,
for having
for
me.
our segment today, I thought I wanted to bring in a heavy hitter movie critic and get your thoughts on who are the potential winners this year.
Oh boy.
Let's start with Best Picture, and I want you to answer who do you think is going to win, not who you like.
Okay, I think...
Who do you think is going to win? We got The Artist,
Okay.
The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, The Tree of Life, Warhorse.
I think the Oscar's going to go to The Artist. I'm reading all sorts of stuff about this movie. Now, this is one I haven't even had a chance to see yet, but what I'm reading, it's different. It's black and white. It's going back to the silent movie era. A lot of critics are kind of loving it. Doesn't always mean it's going to win, but I feel there's a lot of... That's got one of the biggest nominations going. So I'm just guessing The Artist is going to be the movie.
You know, an interesting point there is people forget that the Oscars are actually put on by an organization called the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
Correct.
So they're not popcorn munching people like us.
True.
When they go to the movies. They are thinking of this as from an academic standpoint, an artistic standpoint. So where the movie The Artist probably won't have mainstream appeal to the average moviegoer, but if you're somebody who's in the industry and is about the pure art form, it's probably going to be a pretty sexy draw for you.
Right, well, as prestigious as the Oscars are, how many times have you sat and watched and go, how did that movie win? But it won for artistic merits a lot of the time, so I understand.
All right, Jiminy Critic, what was your favorite movie of the year?
Boy, of those picks, the 9 picks that they had, by the way, weren't we going to 10, but it's 9 this year anyway. I liked Moneyball. I'm not a sports fanatic movie guy. I love the hard tuggers and all that. Something about that movie just worked for me when I saw it, and I took my teenage son with me to see it. We both loved it.
All right, let's take that segue then into your choices for leading actor. The choices are Damien Bichir in A Better Life. I'm not sure I said that correctly. George Clooney in The Descendants. Jean Dujardin in The Artist. Gary Oldman in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Or Brad Pitt in Moneyball.
Who I think's going to win? I think it's going to go along with the picture. The Artist, Juan Dujardin, or whatever his name is there for The Artist. I think he'll win. I would like to see Brad Pitt win, because I don't think he was Brad Pitt in that movie. I mean, he got out of himself, and I thought the role was clearly played, very well done, and I liked it. So I'm going for Brad myself.
Leading actress.
Okay.
Little change up here, and quite a range in these nominees. Glenn Close and Albert Nobbs, of course, she transforms to play a male character
butler, I believe, yeah.
in that movie. Viola Davis in The Help, which is kind of a throwback 50s genre. Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. She's way on the punk side of things. Meryl Streep becomes the First Lady of Britain in The Iron Lady, and then Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn.
Okay, I'm thinking the winner, and I would agree with this one also, is Viola Davis in The Help. That's my pick for leading. I think she's going to get it. That movie, I think, was widely popular with critics and the public as well. So I have a feeling it may not win everything, but she has a good shot at that, and she's good at anything she does anymore if you watch her.
So you're thinking that Meryl Streep is going to be a bridesmaid again?
Well, she's such a great actor. I mean, she might win, but, you know, come on, how many times? But I think Viola's got a shot.
I want to reach out here and say, and I think a long shot is Mara Rooney.
Simply she definitely became a very strange character in that
and
movie.
She went above and beyond. And Hollywood
a
lot of times rewards the actor or actress who goes way beyond what any of us would feel comfortable doing in our lives, much less in front of a camera.
The second choice would probably be her.
So. All right, let's move on then to directing.
Okay.
The films up there are The Artist, The Descendants, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, and The Tree of Life.
Well, again, if Oscars run as they do sometimes, movie, actor, director, many times come out the same. Probably going to be Artist. I would say, what was the other ones again? Because I don't
Descendants,
think that's my... Okay.
Hugo, Midnight in Paris, and Tree of Life.
Of the ones listed there, I'm going to go with The Descendants. Clooney, I think, directed that and starred in it, and I thought he did a pretty good job. As far as a director, I would pick that over the other one myself.
Next category is Original Screenplay.
Ooh, okay.
Choices are The Artist,
Okay.
Bridesmaids, Margin Call, Midnight in Paris, A Separation.
Boy, original screenplay, I'm going with possibly, since it's original, Bridesmaids. It made a lot of money for the female comedy, kind of the female hangover set, I guess you'd call it. I think that has a good chance of doing that. But that was that last title again?
Separation.
I've read something, I did not see this flick, but I've read some things. It's very tense family drama in a foreign country. Sometimes that has a chance. That might be the number 2 pick, Separation, for me.
All right, last category, everybody's favorite.
What's that?
The one we're all on the edge of our seat. Documentary short. The Barber of Birmingham, foot soldier of the Civil Rights Movement. God is the bigger Elvis. Incident in New Baghdad. Saving Face, The Tsunami, and The Cherry Blossom. I don't know how anybody could overlook the tsunami and the cherry.
Well, it's obvious. God is bigger than the real Elvis, or whatever that is. That title alone, I'm sorry, that's got to win the nomination. So that's a weird title, but thanks.
So you'll need to keep score at home and see how many of those Jiminy Critic got right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Sure, thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next week as we find out who the winners are Sunday night, Oscar night.